This is the Master's Harvest, video number 38, Master Timeline Revision 16. Today is September 16, 2025. I'm your host, Daniel Berglund. As usual, I have prepared a document for today's study. It is available as a link in the description box below. Items highlighted in yellow in this document indicate edits or additions since the last revision of this document. Master Timeline Revision 16, September 16, 2025. Assertions. The time, 2 times, and half a time of Daniel chapter 7, verse 25 began on February 9, 2025. Donald Trump is the little horn of Daniel chapter 7, verse 8. In this study, I assembled a master timeline from 2 Esdras chapters 11, 12, 13, and 5, Revelation chapters 19, 20, and 21, Daniel chapters 7 and 12, and Zechariah chapter 14, verses 16 through 19. I started with the consolidated summary of the order of events listed at the end of the 2nd Esdras timeline study. From there, I added headings, events, dates, and commentary. Here is the resulting master timeline. History. Line 1. Hoover inaugurated March 4, 1929. Line 2. 2nd Esdras chapter 11 verses 1 through 19. The 12 wings, Presidents Hoover through Clinton. Line 3. Bush Jr. inaugurated January 20, 2001. Line 4. 2nd Esdras chapter 11 verses 20 through 29. Presidents Bush Jr. through Trump. Line 5. Trump won the popular vote the first time on November 8, 2016. Line 6. Trump was inaugurated the first time on January 20, 2017. Line 7, January 20, 2017, 2nd Esdras chapter 11 verses 28 to 31. And I looked, and behold, the 2 that remained, H.R. Clinton and Sanders, were planning between themselves to reign together. And while they were planning, behold, one of the heads that were at rest, the one which is in the middle, that is the USA/Trump, awoke, for it was greater than the other 2 heads, that is Russia/Putin or China/Jinping. And I saw how it allied the 2 heads with itself, and behold, the head turned with those that were with it, that is Russia/Putin and China/Jinping. And it, that is Trump, devoured the 2 little wings, H.R. Clinton and Sanders, which were planning to reign. Line 8. 2nd Esdras chapter 11 verse 32. Moreover, this head, that is the USA/Trump, gained control of the whole earth, and with much oppression dominated its inhabitants, and it had greater power over the world than all the wings that had gone before. Trump was linked to this prophecy when he was inaugurated president in 2017, but this prophecy was not fulfilled then. This prophecy must be fulfilled during Trump's current term in office. There is no other option. Trump cannot be re-elected. Line 9. Trump won the popular vote the second time on November 5, 2024. Line 10. Trump was inaugurated the second time on January 20, 2025. Introduction to a time, 2 times, and half a time. Line 11. This phrase is commonly interpreted to mean a year, 2 years, and half a year. In this document, it is also approximated as 1,260 days, or as 3 1/2 years. We do not know the exact count of days in a time, 2 times, and half a time. Line 12. Daniel chapter 7 verse 8. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another horn, a little one, that is Trump, before which 3 of the first horns were plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. Line 13. Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. He, that is Trump, shall speak words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and shall think to change the times and the law, and they shall be given into his hand for a time, 2 times, and half a time. Line 14. Daniel chapter 12 verses 6 and 7. And I said to the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the stream, How long shall it be till the end of these wonders? The man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the stream, raised his right hand and his left hand toward heaven, and I heard him swear by him who lives forever that it would be for a time, 2 times, and half a time. Line 15, Daniel chapter 12, verse 12. Blessed is he who waits and comes to the 1,335 days. The time span of a time, 2 times, and half a time. Line 16. Start at October 5, 2028, the first day of Tabernacles depicted in 2 Esdras chapter 13, verses 12 and 13, and count backward using the 1,335-day count from Daniel chapter 12, verse 12. We reach February 9, 2025, the common starting date for each of the following 2 time spans. A. Daniel chapter 12, verse 12, 1,335 days, and B. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, or Daniel chapter 12, verse 7, a time, 2 times, and half a time. If we were to use 1,260 days as a substitute for a time, 2 times, and half a time, then this time span would end at the end of the day on July 22, 2028. However, depending on the day count of a time, 2 times, and half a time, it could be a few days to a few weeks shorter or longer. We do not know the exact count of days in a time, 2 times, and half a time. Line 17. 2 Esdras chapter 11, verse 32. Moreover, this head, that is the USA/Trump, gained control of the whole earth and with much oppression dominated its inhabitants, and it had greater power over the world than all the wings that had gone before. Trump was linked to this prophecy when he was inaugurated president in 2017, but this prophecy was not fulfilled then. This prophecy must be fulfilled during Trump's current term in office. There is no other option. Trump cannot be reelected. For lines 17 and 18 in this document, I have drawn out keywords so that we can show that both of these lines, 17 and 18, are depicting the same event. So the summary or keywords for this line 17 are as follows. 2 Esdras chapter 11, verse 32, keywords. A. Oppression. B. Gained control of the whole earth. C. Inhabitants. D. Greater power. E. Than all. F. Before. Line 18, 2 Esdras chapter 12, verses 22 through 25. As for your seeing 3 heads at rest, this is the interpretation. In its, that is the eagle's, last days, the Most High will raise up 3 kings, the USA, Russia, and China, and they shall renew many things in it, and shall rule the earth, and its inhabitants more oppressively than all who were before them. Therefore they are called the heads of the eagle. For it is they, USA, Russia, China, who shall sum up the eagle's wickedness and perform the eagle's last actions. And here are the keywords. 2 Esdras chapter 12, verses 22 through 25, keywords. A. Oppressively. B. Rule the earth. C. Inhabitants. D. More oppressively. E. Than all. F. Before. The word meanings match in 2 Esdras chapter 11, verse 32, and 2 Esdras chapter 12, verses 22 through 24. They occur during a time, 2 times, and half a time, refer to Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. Both 2 Esdras references reveal that Trump controls the whole earth or rules the earth. The eagle's actions are called wickedness, 2 Esdras chapter 12, verse 25. Trump is the little horn, Daniel chapter 7, verse 8, who made war with the saints and prevailed over them, Daniel chapter 7, verse 21, for a time, 2 times, and half a time, Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. After a time, 2 times, and half a time, assuming a day count of 1,260 days. Line 19, July 23, 2028 and forward. Line 20, 2 Esdras chapter 11, verse 44. And the Most High has looked upon his times, and behold, they are ended, and his ages are completed, on and after July 23, 2028. Line 21, Daniel chapter 7, verse 12. A season of 75 days begins on July 23, 2028, that leads up to the festival of Ingathering, October 5, 2028. Ingathering is the same as booths, is the same as tabernacles, is the same as Sukkot. Line 22. The following entities will disappear or be devoured. A. Trump disappears, 2 Esdras chapter 11, verse 33, just as the wings had done. He will be away from the levers of power, but he will not yet be dead. B. Russia is devoured, 2 Esdras chapter 12, verse 28. The sword of China shall devour him, a military action. C. China disappears, 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 28, by the sword, a military action. We are not given the means to determine when each event occurs. Line 23. Judgment, reproval, and sentencing. A. 2nd Esdras chapter 11 verses 36 to 43. Jesus judges and reproves the fourth beast empire. B. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verses 37 to 38. Jesus reproves the assembled nations. This is the same as the reprovement described in 2nd Esdras chapter 11 verses 36 to 43 and 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verses 31 to 33. C. 2nd Esdras chapter 11 verses 44 to 46. Jesus pronounces sentencing on the fourth beast empire. This is the same as the sentencing described in 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 33. D. 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verses 1 and 2. China falls to a military action during the judgment, reproval, and sentencing. Line 24. 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 26. As for you seeing that the large head, that is the USA, disappeared, one of the kings shall die in his bed, but in agonies. In the first bullet, in my opinion, it will be Trump. His death will be after July 22, 2028. See Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. It allows us to determine that Trump will remain alive until after a time, 2 times, and half a time is complete. Second bullet. More, Daniel chapter 7 verse 20 says, before which 3 of them fell. That places Trump's death after the uprooting of all 3 of the eagle's heads, the USA, Russia, and China. Line 25. In my opinion, Trump will die after China falls to a military action. Line 26. 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 2. Bush Jr. and Obama set themselves up to reign. Line 27. 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 2. And their reign is brief and full of tumult. Line 28. 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 3. Bush Jr. and Obama disappear. Line 29. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verse 30. Men are bewildered and plan to make war against one another. Line 30. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verse 32. Refer to 2nd Esdras chapter 5 verses 4 and 5. These are the signs that accompanied the revealing of Jesus. Line 31. 2nd Esdras chapter 5 verses 4 and 5. And the sun shall suddenly shine forth at night, and the moon during the day. Blood shall drip from wood, and the stone shall utter its voice. The peoples shall be troubled, and the stars shall fall. Line 32. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verses 1 through 5. Jesus is revealed. Line 33. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verse 5 and 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verses 32 through 34. An innumerable multitude of men, refer to 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verse 30, are gathered together to make war against Jesus. The men turn their attention away from each other and toward Jesus. Line 34. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verse 6. Jesus carves out a great mountain and flies up upon it. Line 35. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verse 9. The onrush of the approaching multitude. Line 36. Jesus destroys the fourth beast empire. This is the day of the Lord. A. 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 3. The whole body of the eagle, that is the fourth beast empire, is burned. B. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verses 8 through 11. Jesus burns up the warring multitude. This is the same burning event as described in 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 3. C. Revelation 20 verse 10. And the devil who had deceived them was thrown into the lake of fire. Line 37. 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 34. Jesus delivers in mercy the remnant of his people and makes them joyful until the end comes, the day of judgment. Line 38. 2nd Esdras chapter 13 verses 12 and 13. After this I saw Jesus come down from the mountain and call to him another multitude which was peaceable. This is the fulfillment of the festival of ingathering. This is the same event described in 2nd Esdras chapter 12 verse 34. Line 39. The great white throne judgment, Revelation chapter 20 verses 11 through 15, takes place sometime between October 5, 2028, the festival of ingathering, and the September 24, 2029 festival of ingathering. Line number 40. The saints inherit the kingdom of God and the gift of eternal life. Line 41. First Annual Multinational Celebration of the Festival of Ingathering, September 24, 2029. From Zechariah chapter 14, verses 16 through 19. Then everyone that survives of all the nations that have come against Jerusalem shall go up year after year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Booths. And if any of the families of the earth do not go up to Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, there will be no rain upon them. And if the family of Egypt do not go up and present themselves, then upon them shall come the plague with which the Lord afflicts the nations that do not go up to keep the Feast of Booths. This shall be the punishment to Egypt, and the punishment to all nations that do not go up to keep the Feast of Booths. And that brings us to the end of today's study. Until we meet again, blessings to you and your loved ones.